Okay, so as you can see, something's gone wrong, huh? What is this filming setup that you're watching slash listening to right now? What's going on, huh? I appear to be recording in photo booth, okay? Speaking into this microphone, which is not my normal setup. Normally, I would be recording to my camera, but my camera is dead, and I don't have access to the camera. Okay, all right, that's a problem. I'm recording in photo booth because when I press this button over here, this is what happens. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. It just freezes. It just freezes. Now that's not particularly helpful. That's not helpful at all, right? So you see what I'm dealing with here. Lots of things going wrong, but it's actually good. It's good actually because this video is about making it work even when everything's falling apart. I'm sick, as you might be able to tell. God, I'm very mucused up, and I'm not really feeling this video, which is exactly why I'm feeling this video. You see, because in art, when you're making something, if you're anything like me, if you run into a small thing that gives you a little hiccup, a little problem on your journey of trying to make the thing, that could be huge. That could be destructive for you, right? You run into this hiccup, and the whole project goes out the window. It's not something even you're really conscious of. Like you come up with this idea of something you want to make, and then you run into this little hiccup, and then subconsciously you look back, and it's like 3 months ago, and you're like, oh yeah, I was working on this thing, but then I ran into that little hiccup, and yeah, that's it. That was it. I just stopped working on it. I lost motivation for it. Any one of these little things could have been a deal breaker for me, like my camera was dead. Oh, I can't film this video today. I can't film the video about making it work. Or I woke up with a sore throat. I can't film the video by making it work because my voice is raspy. or I got a cough. Or but like you can make it work. I pull up the photo booth. I start screen recording. Is it as good? Is it as good? Well, no, maybe objectively it's not, but sometimes that stuff can work for you. In my last video, the ironic court case or ironic murderer part 2 or whatever, one of the top comments was, I can't believe you just keyframed the judge's hat over your head instead of just buying a judge's hat. And the answer is because if I had to go out to the store and try to find a judge's hat and buy it, I wouldn't have made that video. It wasn't going to happen. I wouldn't have finished the video if I had to get that one prop. So I did the lazy version and just digitally put the thing on my head. And that is just an example of bashing your head against something, making it work. This video is about making it work in art. And sometimes you just got to make it work. You got to grab it by the throat and just make it work. I don't know if I really like that metaphor I used. I don't think that's a very good metaphor. I don't really like that metaphor at all. But you know what? I said it. I don't want to redo the video. We're making it work. Now, yes, obviously you can take this philosophy too far. Would it have been better to have a judge wig, a real judge wig for that video? Of course. But a lot of art, I really believe this, is smashing through the details, the barriers. And then, you know what? Worst case scenario, if you finish it, you can go back, you can redo the details. But I think by the time that you actually finish the project that you set out to do, you'll probably look back, see the deficiencies in the details, and actually maybe see them as positives. Maybe some things that are actually adding to the value of the thing that you're making. For example, this video, I'm using this as like a little mini example. The problems with it, which are that I have a sore throat and that I'm recording on photo booth because the thing doesn't work, add to the video because the structure of the video is scuffed, and we're talking about scuffed videos and how you have to just make it happen anyway. So, me taking my own advice here, oh yes, that actually makes sense. This is advice I need to take for myself. First of all, everything I say on this channel is advice I desperately need to cram into this brain of mine. That's why I'm doing it. For like 99% of the reason why I'm doing it is just remind myself. But this is one of the most important things that has yielded me the most results artistically, is just doing it and then making sure the details that normally would hiccup me don't hiccup me. I'll give you an example. One of my friends, my artist friends, he was going to do a video where he hit an air tag in a tennis ball and just release the tennis ball around the city and see what happened to the tennis ball after like a week. Where would it end up, you know? And it was a great idea, and we talked about it for like I think at least a week or so. And then this was like a few months ago. I asked him how that idea was going, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember I tried to like make a hole in the tennis ball, and I couldn't figure out how to get the hole in, and then I gave up on the idea." And I'm like, it's that easy, and that's nothing to say about that specific project. It's just like it is that easy to lose interest in a project if there's no hard deadline on it. So that's why when you feel motivated to get something done and you run into a hiccup, just bash your head against it. Just bash your head against it until something cracks. It'll either be your skull or it'll be the project. Either way, it's a win-win because